beautiful production.
Okay, well, I thank to NRC. I think they made the film. I personally like very much the sentence, nothing said lasts forever.
Yeah,
that's a very good motive.
Yeah.
I think we're now at the most important moment of this session, which is me handing over on your behalf the check to NRC. And I'm very happy to do that. And let's stand to mark the moment. Media will come in to make the picture. And I would like to stress that, as I said, I'm very happy to do this on your behalf, Sorghvliet College, for all the work you've done. I'm just intermediate. I'm also happy to do it on Human Rights Day, a special day where we try to ask attention and celebrate human rights of Jordanians, of Syrians. NRC, thank you for all the good work. And once again, I'm very happy that on behalf of the pupils of the Sorghvliet College, I'm able to hand you over this symbolic check. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This one is for you. You have our huge respect. We will make sure that this is very well spent. Well, hopefully this is not the last contact between yourselves and NRC, and certainly not the last contact between yourselves and the youth in the refugee camp in Zaatari. As I said, huge respect for you, and thank you very much for what you have done.
Okay, you're very welcome. I forgot to mention that I'm going to move the camera a little to Florine, who's now right in the center, who designed the check for you. And the other pupils who are here surrounding us are the students of class 2A. And last year in June, they were still our first years, and they were the class who raised the most money of every class in the school. So that is why they are here as well. So we are very proud of them, and that's why they were invited to be present at this ceremony. So they are very special.
So you are the best bikers.
The best bikers, yes.
That's good. Okay, I have in the program, but only if you wish, if there are some questions to the people of the NRC or to the team at the embassy or to Job who's working at the EU, please feel free.
Okay, any questions?
Or advice or whatever.
Florine?
What are you going to do with the money you raise?
Ask my colleague Emma, who's in charge of the youth program in Zaatari, to tell you.
Hi everyone. So when we meet with the Syrian youth, the interesting thing that they tell us is the most important thing for them is to learn. They really want to go back to school, to continue their education. So in this center, we have a lot of technical programs. So what we're going to do is use this money to buy some of the more technical machines and equipment that we need to enhance the classes. Because at the end of the day, we believe that these are the youth who will go back to Syria and rebuild the country. So we will try to enhance all of our subjects that you saw just now with more technical equipment, tools, and machinery.
I think one thing that might be added is that we have several dozens of thousands of youth who are basically idling around the camp. They have nothing much to do, and the big objective of bringing them into the youth education center is actually to offer some kind of daily activities for them to have something to do, to return. Many of them have actually dropped out of university, dropped out of high school. So we want them to come back and get some structured life and some structure, some routine into their lives, which is an important element also for their psychological well-being, because the other options are not very good.
And just to follow up, once we spend the money, we will take some pictures, make a little report for you guys and send it to you, so you can see what we've done, okay?
I would like to add something to this. First of all, I'm the father of Alexander, and Alexander was in Zaatari. And I think, you did a fantastic job by not only, collecting all the money, but also having the contact beforehand and connecting people. But I learned something from this. I work at the European Commission. I'm responsible for education. We will see if this example, what you have done, can be multiplied in a much larger scale, because there are hundreds of schools like the one that you have seen today, which very often asks us the question when I visit schools. Are people thinking about us? Are they connected to us? And I think you have shown that you are thinking, that you are connecting. And it is technically possible with the goodwill of a number of people. And I think this will be multiplied on a much larger scale. That is what I will do for the next couple of years. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions? Mr. van Eyssel, could I ask you what your role is as an ambassador as to the Syrian refugees?
Well, first of all, the Netherlands as a country, and of course all of us pay taxes for that, or well, perhaps the students not yet, but that will certainly come. They will, they will find us. No, the Netherlands, and we give a lot of money mainly through the UN system, UNHCR, the refugee organization of the United Nations, UNICEF, the children organization, UNDP, UN Women, the women organization, and we give a lot of money through that organizations to help these organizations to help the Syrian refugees. A lot of that money is undoubtedly used here in Jordan. We have projects with the UN Women organization in Zaatari. We have some specific projects with non-governmental organizations addressing problems of the Syrian refugees in Jordan. So that's what the Netherlands does, and as an embassy, of course, we advise our government how best to spend that money, and we inform our government regularly about the situation in Jordan. We also try to visit the Zaatari camp you just saw on the film. We have been there with ministers. We go there ourselves to see what's happening. We talk to the Jordanian government a lot about their problems in receiving this enormous amount of refugees, because keep in mind that if you think about numbers, 1/10 of the Jordanian population now consists of Syrian refugees. That's on the Dutch scale 1.7 million refugees. That's a lot of refugees, and that means a lot for a country. So we try to help Jordan in helping the refugees, and we advise our government how best the Netherlands as a country can help. But let me stress once again that I'm as pleased by an action like you today, where normal Dutch citizens, without any government involvement, spent time and found it worthwhile to help the Syrians. That's as important as these large amounts of money we send to the UN system.
Yep.
People like you can do back home is there are a lot of misconceptions about refugees, about what they need, about what they want. It's very, very important to me as the manager of this project that the rest of the world understands that those young people in Zaatari are just like the young people in Holland, Ireland, England. So raising awareness about the fact that what they prioritize and what they want is just like what we want back home. They want to learn, they want to be a part of something meaningful, and they want to build their future. So just making more people aware of this is invaluable also.
I would like Alexander to say something about it, because he was in Zaatari at a school and he met and he spoke to a number of young people.
Okay, make room for Alexander.
Hello, Alexander.
Nice to meet you, Alexander.
Hi.
This year, before the summer, I spent a half a year with my father in Jordan, and I went there to the international school, and they required at the end of the year work experience. So every student had to go somewhere and work at the workplace. So my father and colleagues who had children as well in my year, they organized place for us at the UNHCR, the refugee organization, and so they asked us to work with the refugee children who just arrived from the Syrian countries and the war. We just fled the war. So we also went to the camps, and it made for me, it made a really big impression on me to see people, especially in the camps. You guys have seen it, the Champs-Élysées, for an example. Between all the suffering and very intriguing how the people there try to make from the very little they have and the very limited future for them and their children. I saw them trying to and that's what made the most impression to me, is them trying to make the most of it with what they have. So, for example, they had little shops in the camps selling anything they could sell, or the parents of the children I worked with trying to help us manage them and give them like small time, because I did workshops with the children, which maybe should tell. With children from 5 years to 10 years old, and we drew paintings with them and stuff like that. And there's children who are scarred, and most of them are even dirty with ripped clothes and stuff, who just came from those areas. It was for me very special to see them smile, and even, you know, when they just lost everything in their home country without any hope for anything better, I saw them trying to make the best of it, and those parents trying to help their children just have a good time for maybe even a day, and that is what I thought was very it touched me very deeply to see the people at their lowest trying still to keep their dignity, and they made a very big impression on me. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any more questions?
That's the central word. It is about dignity, human dignity. And if we can help, and if you can help, let's do it. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you, Ed.
And now back to school, I think. Have a great day.
Ja,
Yes, thank you.
fantastisch.
Same to you.
Heel succes.
Bye.
Dag,
Bye-bye.
Alexander.